What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Kath and I are out here in the junkyard today. But anyway, we're out here looking for a chassis for our new Yugo project, which you guys officially know as Butterbean. So anyway, we got a banger for you today. Let's quit talking about it, let's be about it, and let's see what we can find in the old junkyard. This is Busted Radio Garage. All right, cool guys, so what we're looking for is like a CJ5 Jeep chassis or like a Geo Tracker chassis. But in the meantime, we're gonna look around some other cool things that got stuck in this yard that will never ever leave. Get some of this unit, old Dodge Stealth, very cool. You guys remember these from the 90s, late 90s. Good God, this one's been gutted to nothing. Love the old color on the thing though, looks cool. All right, let's go see what else we can find. Kathy's way up here ahead of us. But anyway, like I said, we're looking for like a CJ5 type chassis or maybe a Geo Tracker chassis because they're roughly the same wheelbase, give or take an inch or so. That's not going to matter for where we're going, so let's see what we got out here. Yeah guys, we are definitely in the area we need to be. This is like all the Mopar slash Chrysler slash Dodge, all that jazz. Cool looking old van sitting up here. You guys know I'm a van nerd, but man, you talk about minivans and Rams everywhere down through here. I haven't seen any old Jeeps just yet. Good looking old Intrepid, who remembers those things? Oh no, this one isn't the Intrepid, I don't think. This might be the Eagle. See if there's a badge on it somewhere. Can't exactly remember. Yeah, the Intrepid, okay. I know they had an Eagle that was close to that as well. Old Dodge pickup truck up here. I think I know the gentleman used to own that truck because it was offered up to me for $500 with a bad transmission. And I turned it down because I just had way too much going on at the time. See, let me take a look at it. That may be it. I'm not 100% sure. Old Dakota's sitting there. Very cool. Here's one closer to that Intrepid I just showed you, but this one here's the Stratus, I believe. Yeah, and they were super close in the body style. Very cool. It's a shame seeing all these things sitting in here. Good looking old Ford Ranger right there. I might be interested in these wheels. I mean, it looks like it has a matching set, and they're 5x4.5 Ford. Those will fit on my burnout cars. We might be going to the truck and get some tools and buying those today. I'm just walking by and seeing this aluminum drive shaft here. I mean, that'd be a nice little drive shaft to have it cut down to fit a burnout car. I mean, that thing is, I don't know, might have to keep that in mind too. Just laying there on the ground. Oh, look at this Harley Davidson Ford pickup truck. Still got this brand new spare underneath it, but boy, Mother Nature took that thing back. Good grief. That's pretty neat. Shoot, brand new tow hitch back here in the back of it. Brand new tow hitch. Man, that thing rusted out something awful. I bet the frame broke on that. Look at this unit. Good grief. That'd be a nice little chassis, but it's just way too big. This is a clean old truck, and I got up on top of it, and this is like spray-on bed liner. The whole truck. I mean, you can see it. That's pretty crazy. Huh. Seen a lot of these out here. Custom homemade beds. That's like the third or fourth one I've seen. I mean, somebody obviously, you know, reused that one off an old deck somewhere, but hey, if it works, is it a bad idea? All right, cool guys, now we're in the Jeep section. So this is what we're looking for. We need to find a chassis that I think is 84.5 inches wheelbase, 84.5 inch. So we're gonna look around and see what we can find real quick. Good night. Somebody had a really bad day here.
Almost like a tree.
Yep. The cool thing about junkyards is all these cars tell a story too. You know what I mean? Look at that. Can you imagine being in the passenger seat? Good night of living. Man, guys, I get it. I've been there before. I mean, you got to let some of these things die so others can live. But man, there are a lot of nice vehicles in here that could be reused. I mean, look at this Jeep. I mean, that wouldn't take nothing to get that thing running and go have some fun with it. I mean, it is straight. I mean, I get it, but boy, whew, the car guy in me just wants to save something like that. Wow, this is a shame. Look at this banger sitting here. Beautiful old Eclipse. And it doesn't look like it has any body damage at all. Somebody got the wheels off of it. Man, what a shame. Interior's still mostly there. I mean, it's starting to get in there. People are starting to scavenge on it, but wow, that's just crazy. Unreal. Just sitting here rotting away. GT Eclipse. 2002. Wow. Wow. Got some Volvo wagons sitting here. This area over here is kind of like the import cars. I mean, they've had some Porsches over here. It's generally a lot of BMWs, Mercedes, so on and so forth. And you can see the people up there picking these cars clean. All right, let's go see what we got. What'd you find cool? Anything?
I don't know if somebody took the top off of it or what, but these seats look like they've been on fire. Check it out. Looks like the seat's been on fire.
Yeah, they got a little toasty in there, didn't they? Well, I think this was a hardtop convertible. This section tucked down in here, and then it was a hardtop that come up and made a convertible. But it is definitely, it's been on fire. That's faux show.
No, I don't know if it's been on fire or not. It looks like it's just
it's
weathered.
I don't think that's weathering. I think that's been, I don't know, maybe. I think this was a hardtop convertible.
So what would this be, the trunk?
Yeah, it's Volkswagen. Yep, that's where everything would tuck down in there. I mean, the hardtop would come here and tuck, I believe, in this area. This would be your little trunk, and then this will be all open like a convertible. And that's what I'm thinking. It has seen better days, that's for sure. Let's see what we got through here. Oh, good grief.
Pretty in Pink, or what movie had that on there? I can't remember.
Oh, it wasn't pretty. I know what you're talking about. The one where the kid got bullied all the time.
Yeah.
And he was a nerd. And we'll have to put it down in the comments. If you guys know what we're talking about. He was kind of a nerd and then became instantly famous because he paid a girl to be his girlfriend. And I can't remember that. Yeah, Kathy will think of it. It had that one guy in it. I can't think. We need to get back out of here now. We kind of got ourselves tickled into here. Look at this unit. Beautiful old Jaguar. Just sitting here rotting away. Yeah, they got the Jaguar hood emblem off. I mean, it's been wrecked. Well, maybe not. It's pretty straight. Man, that's crazy. They got Range Rovers or Land Rovers, whatever they are, for days down through there. Good grief. Shame about that Jaguar. Well, that sucks. Little Mini Cooper sitting there. Dang. All right, guys, we're finished on this side over here. There's actually a whole nother field on this side. We're going to walk over there. And Kathy and I, after a little bit of Google checking, we figured out that movie was called Can't Buy Me Love, where that car, but I believe she had a Volkswagen Rabbit, and that may have been a newer Rabbit. There wasn't enough left of it to tell. But anyway, we're gonna make our way over to this other side, so let's see what we can find over there. If y'all ever wanted to know what you pulled engines and stuff out with at a junkyard, well, there it is. Pretty useful little tool. This one here hurts my soul, man. The 94, 98 Mustangs. Oh, I love these cars. I actually built one of these with a blown 351 Cleveland in it at one point. And here this thing's just sitting here. It's crazy. I remember when these come out, everybody and their brother wanted one of them spoilers, and they were so expensive. I wonder if this was the V8 model or V6 model. The 3.8. Let's see. I doubt the powertrain's still in it, but we're going to find out. Now, is it still in there? It's still in there. Let's see if it was the V8 or 3.8. Hold on. Yep, this one here is a little 3.8. Dang, that'd have been cool if that was the Cobra engine. Very cool. Still hate to see it in here though. All right, guys, we might be onto something here. This is another car that they said the chassis would have worked for our Yugo, is one of these Kia Souls for the wheelbase. I think the wheelbase is only an inch and a half longer than what the Yugo is, but with the setup we're gonna run, it's not gonna matter. We can move that. So we're gonna have to do some digging into this thing and see maybe what we can do, but we might be onto something right here. Maybe we can just buy this whole piece. We'll find out here in a little bit. Let's keep looking around. What'd you find? Expedition? Yeah, that's nice.
Not the inside.
Oh yeah, somebody gutted it. Good night of living. Look at all the wires in one of these things. Unreal. Yeah, they got everything they could out of that, but that's a shame. That was a nice truck at one time. I'm gonna walk over here real quick and see what they got in the wheel section. They lay these out, and then you're able to buy a set, or these are all aluminum wheels, or most part anyway. Mainly all truck wheels. And I'm not needing any of that.
Those are pretty nice.
Yeah, Ram 1500 wheels. But these are pretty cool for like the burnout cars. If you just wanted a big set of Gotti wheels on the front and then run your burnout wheels on the back, you could just come to a junkyard and buy a decent set of 2 and throw them on there. Party bus! Man, that's a shame. Little H2 Hummer sitting there. Boy, they took every bit of the chrome off of that thing they could get out of it. Woo-wee. And not but one other car over. Here's another of the exact same thing. Another H2 Hummer, same color and all. Look at this unit. Who remembers having these? Who remembers when these Grand Dams came out? Man, they were off like fire. Everybody and their brother wanted one. And then they come out with the wide body Grand Prix and all that jazz. But these were good looking, actually good looking little cars when they came out. Had the like the little dual snorkel hood and all that jazz, or dual snorkel nose and all that jazz. But body kit, cool little find. Anybody hungry? Come here, babe.
No, I wouldn't touch that. You don't know what's been on it.
Well, I don't know. It's a great, man, I think it's real silver, y'all. What's it say? It says something on it. I don't know. I guess. Party pooper. What'd you find? Got a rock? Yeah, it's just a rock, isn't it? Piece of concrete.
Piece of blacktop? I don't know.
Another Pontiac. Buick. Yeah, we're in the GM section here. More than Monte Carlos. There's another one. The freaking things are everywhere in here. Guys, these little Sunfires here, I love these things. Kathy and I had one of these for the longest time that we bought from a family that put up for sale, and we gave like, what, 500 bucks for it? And then we drove it for another, I don't know, 10 years. And that thing had like, I don't know, 300,000 miles on it. And then we sold it, and the people we sold it to drove it for years on end. I don't even know what happened to that little car, but those little Sunfires, I'm telling you, they're tough little boogers, boy.
Ours was a 2-door with a sunroof.
Yep, 2-door to the sunroof. Red car, black interior, little automatic. That thing just went forever. They have one here, I'll show you what it looks like, but yeah. Speaking of the devils, that is sitting up there. Let's go find out. Yeah, here's another one. Yeah, ours look just like this one up here. Had a crumpled up little section in the hood, and it was rusted out. Like those things rust out terrible just behind the rockers. Moisture and dirt would get up in there, and yeah, it would just rust them plumb out.
Oh,
Yeah, look just like this. Yeah, this one didn't. Ours, it's in a lot better shape. Ours was rusted out to all get out, but it looked just like this one here. Just like it. We drove that thing for years. Yeah, both sides of ours look just like that right there. I mean, it went all the way up. But man, you couldn't beat it with a stick.
And then a guy hit the passenger rear with because he had no insurance, remember?
Yep. Hit her at a gas station, had no insurance, tried to take off. It was a whole ordeal.
But he ended up paying in the end.
Yeah, the thing was, we ended up going to court and he ended up had to pay it. Hated to go that route with such a little car like that, but the guy was just being a D-bag, if that makes sense. All right, let's go over here. There's a Camaro aisle and Firebird aisle in here. I want to go check that out. We struck out on the Jeep frame and all that, so you know what, we're here. We might as well look around, take you guys along for the ride, do a little bit of, walking and talking kind of thing. And then I think we're gonna go get some lunch. Maybe take you guys along the ride for that, but let's get to heading down through here. Beautiful day. It's like 70 degrees right now. Sunshine, a little bit overcast. We're not having to beat the heat today. Man, old Cadillac wagon, look at that. That's a shame. I'm a wagon nerd like you wouldn't believe. Terrible. Little Cobalt. What'd you find? Anything?
I don't know. Somebody did all the work to take all this out and just left it with there.
They'll probably be back after it, or they've already got it sold, or a worker here took it out. I'm gonna stop up here and look at these 2 Camaros real quick. A buddy of mine's needing some taillights. I seriously doubt they're in these cars, but we're gonna look. Might snag up on those for him. Let's see what we got back here. Nah, I didn't figure much. Yeah, both sets are gone. Dang it. Well, we tried. That's a bummer. Man, I'll tell you what, there is a boatload of these Monte Carlos in here. I bet that's the 6th or 7th I've seen in just this aisle. Boatload of them in here. Good night. That thing's just hanging around. Looks like they just dumped a car out here. I mean, who remembers these? Little building blocks. Man, that's a shame that kid's book laying there. 6 by Seuss. Man, I hate seeing that. And our 2-way radios. Yeah, it looks like they just flipped a car over right there. Yeah, well, they cleaned that area out. There used to be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars there. Old Kathy spotted us some 4-lug wheels here, and we got to tinkering with them, and they've got them all welded together, so I guess we know how they keep their stands from falling over. And I need some of them 4-lug wheels, which sucks out loud, but we'll keep looking around. Maybe we'll run into some. You want to play soccer?
No.
Huh? We can kick it around for a little bit. We'll put a goal between two of these cars. Good night. Get the marshmallows. Gee whiz. Look at that. That's insane. Wow. You think it caught on fire? That's crazy how it stopped right at the body line like that. Look at that. Right there. What's the inside look like? Not as bad as you'd think. That's crazy how it stopped right at the body line though. Boy, you can tell the difference in heat from here to there. That's crazy. What do you think?
The rear one.
You reckon that one hit this one in the rear end and these were both from the same accident? That one there was burnt in the front and this one here was burnt in the back. I wonder if these two were in the same accident. Maybe the gas tank exploded and this one and caught that one on fire.
Oh, the inside's pretty crisp. Look up in there.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully everybody made it all right out of that deal. Good God. That's, oh, 4-lug wheels. Wish I'd have brought a tape measure. Wonder what that came off of. I need 4 4x98s. Well, maybe next time. That's pretty cool. Get you some of that. All right, guys, well, we struck out on the chassis we were looking for, but hey, look, I got to hang out with my wife in a junkyard for a few hours today. Cannot complain about that. And I'm a junkyard nerd anyways. All right, guys, Kathy and I took a big L up here at the junkyard. We couldn't find a chassis for nothing, but that's fine. We got to hang out for a little bit together. Now we're gonna run in here and get some lunch. We're gonna swing in here to Cane's Chicken, get us a bite to eat, and then we're gonna run over to Harbor Freight. We've got to get some drill bits and stuff. I want to tinker a little bit on Monzilla, try to get that dialed in. And of course, we're gonna take you guys along for the ride for the rest of the day. So we're gonna go in here and get something to eat. Very cool. This place is awesome. Not sure if you guys have these where you live, but Cane's Chicken is sick. Love it. Get some. If you guys have never had this, it's absolutely freaking amazing. Love it. All right, cool guys. We got our bellies full here at Cane's. Let's run over to Harbor Freight real quick. We'll see you there. Boy, I'm in trouble. She's going to Bath and Body Works. See you in a couple days. All right, guys, I just dropped her off down there at Bath and Body Works, which means I'm good for a solid 3 hours out here. We're gonna run into Harbor Freight real quick, see if I can find some bits and maybe a couple other goodies. We'll go from there. Let's go see what they got. All right, let's see. I don't care for these awful well. They doll up. Let's see what we got in the Hercules setup here real quick. 30 bucks, can't beat that. These don't do awful bad. Let's see what they got in the clearance aisle here. Got a little plasma cutter, a generator, leaf blower, and not a whole lot that I'm interested in. Let's go pay for these bits, get out of here. All right, cool guys, we got our bits. We're gonna shoot down here and see if Kathy's done. I've been in there about 20 minutes, so probably only leaves me about an hour left of waiting, which is fine. And then we are gonna get to tailing it back to the shop and see what kind of work we can get done today. Never know, we might go do something else. It is hard telling with us around here. But anyway, let's go see what she's doing.
Why are you?
Well, how did you do? Holy crap! Did you leave anything for anybody else?
Hey, I got it all on good deals.
Good deal. Are we like perfume in the world? Good night. Well, did you have fun?
Yeah.
All righty then. We made it back to the shop, thank goodness. Got this thing all cleaned up the other day. Didn't film a whole lot of that, but we got Butterbean sitting here. Monzilla's on the lift. Shirley's sitting right there. Of course, then we got Hot Mess, and then, of course, Noisy Cricket. But we're missing something here, right? We end up selling all the old parts, B-body parts, all that crap I had sitting over here. I got all these old spare mag wheels and stuff. They're getting ready to head out. And then we'll put the new Homer 3.0 B-body Cordova sitting right there. In the meantime, I got to get something for Kathy. She's got a little side project and wants me to hunt up to see if I got any brown spray paint. So I'm going to have to dig through here and Boom, look at that action. Got some brown satin paint right there, good deal. As you guys seen where we just got back from Old Harbor Freight, I got these drill bits that we picked up there. They were like, I can't remember, 30 bucks or something, $35, I don't know. Finishing up Monzilla. Gonna get this tied up, and then today I'm gonna go ahead and get the carburetor put on, MSD box put on, exhaust put on, radiator, fan, just dial this to the rest of the way in, and then we're gonna do test fire, take him down to New Mexico, do some burnouts, and get ready to take him down to Holly Moog Party, where we're gonna reunite Monza with Derek at Vice Grip. Talked to him, he knows I'm bringing it, and we are gonna rip this car for everything it's got while we're there. But anyway, you guys are gonna have to catch all this mechanics on the next episode, because that's gonna be the end of today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with Kathy and I. It's been an absolute blast. But anyway, as you've seen, I gotta get to work. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. BRG out.